Alright, 7.5 months later, we have exchanged and completed finally. Still salty about that, but it is finally time to pack up and move out. Let's rumble. Okay, here we are in my brand new home. So this is the lounge. The plan at the moment is to kind of resemble what I had in the old room, which is set up here in front of the window, and then big TV mounted on the wall over there. I did unfortunately break my sort of current one, only a little bit during the move, which could be worse, but I want to buy some massive monster 85-inch, probably QLED TV when I can, put up here. I want to replace all the carpets because the previous tenants were smokers, so that's not too hard. And yeah, speakers in all four corners of the rooms for proper surround sound. Through here we got the bedroom. I think the basic plan at the moment is just to build the bed frame and then see where I go from there. I'm probably going to replace that wallpaper because that's a bit old-fashioned, but not too much of an idea of what to do with this just yet. And then through here we've got the kitchen, and basically again the only real plan is to just kind of modernise everything, take up the floor, do some nice kind of, I think, oak panelling on the floor. That'd be quite good. Get some nice new IKEA cabinets, and yeah, just modernise it. As for the bathroom, it is so grotty in here because they've got carpet in the bathroom, which is absolutely disgusting, and the extraction fan currently isn't working. But yeah, it kind of stinks in there because of all the water that's built up. So my plan at the moment is to kind of just get boards along the bottom. That'll be step number one. I'm not entirely sure I know how to kind of unscrew the toilet from the floor, and I don't really want to because I think the waste pipe is pretty heavy duty. It doesn't bend in any way. So I think I'm just going to get planks and then do that around the toilet and the basin, and then just put sealant around that. I think that should work. I should be able to do that myself. I think the first thing I'm going to do is build the bed frame. Let's rumble. Well, that took much longer than expected. I think that was about 4 hours of work, but I am over the moon with that. Especially the kind of cushioned headboard I got. That was from IKEA as well. A bit pricey, but I think that looks pretty good. And 4 drawers as well. So you can't open them fully, but plenty of storage under there. I'm over the moon with that. Next, now that I've freed up a bit of space by getting rid of some of those boxes, I can now build the sit and stand desk frame. Let's go. And that's that pretty much done. I've not screwed anything in yet because I want to make sure it will go flat up against the wall, the legs, and then still clear the window with the monitor arm on. But yeah, that frees up a lot of space. I can start working on other stuff now. Okay, with the desk in place, I think the room is kind of starting to take shape now. Do still need to mount the monitor, which is going to be pretty difficult. But I'm now going to set up, what I've bought is a kind of floor monitor riser. So the latest plan for that is to go at the foot of the bed for that TV. But since I haven't bought a bracket or, well, the TV that's going to go here yet, I'm just going to set this one up and mount that TV, just to get it out of the way for now, so I can then move on to the monitor. Let's go. Okay, further progress. I've got the PC running now. That works fine, no issues with that. The monitor, you can see the damage is rather extensive. I can't see any of my apps down the right hand side of the screen. That is unfortunate, but again, it was only 300 quid new, and I think I might have insurance anyway, so not the end of the world. The only thing I want to do today is get the heavy monitor up on the arm, and then I think I will call it a day. And there we are, the monitor's up with no damage whatsoever on that one, and I think that is pretty much lesson learned. Always keep the box. If I'd kept the box for the telly, that probably would have been alright, but I'm quite happy with that for a day's work. So got the desk up. No surround sound plugged in yet, that'll be part of tomorrow, but both the monitor and the TV, even though it's buggered, and the bed frame built. I'm happy with that for a day. Day 2, and it's project tidy up today. As you can see, I've got the monitor box away already, and the sliding doors that I uninstalled from the bedroom are gone as well. Basically, being top floor means I have loft storage, and it is massive. I mean, the loft up there is probably the size of my old bedroom, to be honest. So that is nice and handy. Basically, just got a few more boxes to take down, and then it's looking pretty good already. Ordered a load off Amazon today as well. Basically got wall mounts for the speakers and the PC and the TV when I do get a new TV, which should be soon. So yeah, other than that, I've got to undo and take down this kind of, I don't really know what it is, a sort of old-fashioned radiator, but that's going to take some uninstalling so I get the footrest back, and then when it comes to winter I just install some sort of electric heater, so let's go. Job done, the storage heater is off, and that was tough work. Couple of lessons I learnt there as well. I mean, shout out to the London Electric Radiator Company, that YouTube video was spot on. I feel like that is the only thing you really need to know in life, how to go into YouTube and type in how to XYZ. But yeah, you can see just how grotty it is behind there. But what I learned, I turned the thing off at the fuse box and I didn't realise it was plugged in two places. It was plugged in there and behind the tiles I've got there. One of the things I hadn't unplugged, I then tried to cut through, which obviously caused the power cut. So, learnt my lesson there, make sure it's unplugged everywhere. But yeah, now I've got to work out how to dispose of this thing and all of the bricks that came with it. It's getting cleaner and cleaner. The old storage heater is gone and now I'm going to move on to the sound system. Not going to mount them up on the wall just yet, A, because I don't have the brackets, and B, because I can't be bothered, but let's do it. And job done on the speakers as well. I've got all four set up, all tested and working. Back left, back right, back left, front left and front right, so centered on the TV. I think I'm pretty much going to stick with the amp under the desk and then a footrest over that setup. I think that works quite well. So in the end I'm going to have this space, the whole wall, completely clean. It will just be the TV, nothing else over there I guess except for the speakers when they go up on the wall. And maybe the sub, depending on whether or not I leave that there, not sure. But I'm happy with that. Day 3 and the speaker brackets and the fixings have arrived. So these I'm planning to do with, both the speakers and the TV going up on the wall and the PC. So I'm going to test them on the speakers first as they are the lowest value thing. So the plan is to get 1, 2 and 3 up in these corners nice and easily. The wallpaper's peeled off like anything. The 4th one is going to be blocked by the door. I'm quite tempted to take the door off, to be honest, because it doesn't really serve much purpose other than just an annoyance that I'm keeping propped open with a weight at the moment. But I'll get the first 3 up and see where we go from there. I've gotten pretty lucky there because not only does it hold perfectly without issue, like that's never going to come loose with the weight that's there, the plastic cover perfectly covers up the shoddiness of my work. So I've gotten away with that one I think, but I'll try and do a better job on the remaining speakers nonetheless. Also I've decided I'm definitely getting rid of this door because it's nothing but in the way, so that should free up a bit of space and then I can go up in the loft as well. Day 4, and I've just peeled back the carpet in the bathroom a little bit to see if there was any underlay, and it looks like there is vinyl down already, and they've just plonked the carpet down on top. I suspect it's because there's a thing in the landlord's contract that says there must be carpet in every room, but since they've got away with that not being carpet in the kitchen, I think I'll pick this up and chuck it straight away. Hopefully that smell of damp will disappear. Job done, and that was easy as anything. So yeah, it's vinyl throughout I think. Can't quite work out whether or not it goes under the bath, but I think this is pretty good for what I'm planning on doing. So I think I can just put vinyl on top of vinyl. That's what I'm going to do anyway. But I'm going to remove the skirting board, get the vinyl all the way to the edge, get some like nice wood panelling effect vinyl I think. And then the plan is just to tile all the way throughout the room, so just get 100% tiling around the room. I think bathrooms look better with just everything tiled. The only difficult bit is going to be replacing the existing tiling. That will be a messy job, but yeah, that's for a little bit down the line. Also for today, I've had the washing machine show up. Never installed one before, but there's YouTube, so should be fine. Let's go. I think it's as in as it's going to get. I kind of regret not doing the floor before the washing machine because basically pushing that causes friction that just destroys the vinyl completely, so I'm going to have to get this out again eventually, but no, I can't really wedge it in further than that, so I think it's going to have to stay there. Now I'll just have to test if it works. Bit of a problem mounting the speakers to this 4th wall where the arch is. Not only is it probably not substantial enough because it's not particularly thick, but where the screw holes are, yeah. So I think it's going to have to go on this wall. Whether or not that means I'm going to do the same for the other side so it's symmetrical, i.e. it goes on that wall instead of that one. I think I probably will. That's probably the best option I think. Day 5 progress, speaker 1, 2 and 3 are all mounted. At the moment I've kind of got a rudimentary cable solution of just running that all the way across and then down. And most importantly, the PC has been wall mounted. This was the hardest bit. I haven't done speaker number 4 yet just because drilling that far goes into the concrete, which I think that speaker kind of proves is not necessary, so I'm going to order some shorter screws. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That part's done. So now I kind of have to think about the cable management. At the moment, the plan for this whole wall is still to do the 3D kind of oak effect panels. I'm going to try and install like some wooden runways, so like some makeshift cable runways, that the 3D oak panels will kind of sit on top of. So a kind of seamless cable sleeving, and I think they will just run straight down and then across. And then they need to take into account the rising of the sit and stand desk as well. So it's not going to be easy. I think the best plan is to have the slack at the back of the desk so it is the most hidden it can be, and then have that bit go up and down. But yeah, I'm happy that that's mounted. That was the tricky bit. Back on the setup, I've shimmied it around a bit, made sure that both the frame and the desk are centered. I've also mounted the extension lead to the underside of the desk just to tidy that up. At the moment, I've got the cables running just to the back of the desk. In the old setup, I had them running through the pegboard, which I'm tempted to still put up because it's going to make quite a nice balance with the PC on the other side. But the solution I am going to go with this time is to have a drawer underneath the desk. So I've gone with this Flexi Spot one, which is the one specifically designed for that desk frame. I've only got the one, but there is room for two. The plan is to drill a hole in the back of that and then have the cables run through. Let's give it a go. The drawer is installed with the hole at the back for the cables, but there is a fatal flaw in my plan, and it's that. So I think there's probably an easy way around this. I just put some washers between the drawer and the screws so that it hangs a little bit lower, but yeah, that is an annoyance for sure. Okay, so a couple of thick washers in and it pretty much closes now. At the moment for the wires, they are a mess. I'm kind of envisaging like a cable box at the back that's kind of hidden away. I don't know if that's feasible or not, but as for the cables under the desk, they are pretty well managed now. You can see they run straight from the extension lead to the back of the drawer where I've drilled in the hole. I mean, there's a bit of slack there, but that's where the drawer is opening and closing. I don't really know if I can do much about that, but it's looking better. Day 6, and I've finally got some blinds delivered. I really should have come in, measured, and bought these before I moved in, but lesson learned, I've got them now. Let's stick them up. I genuinely forgot to take that shelf into account. So as it stands, the blind won't close fully, but I'll just take this off, cut it down a little bit at the wall side, and then just move it back along. Not the end of the world. Job done. I'm happy with that. Next up, we have the big one, the TV. This is a 75-inch QLED from Samsung. At the moment, the plan is to wall mount it here, although that wall is really plasterboard. I think there is a joist that I could possibly find, hopefully. I'll do like a strength test with the wall bracket I've got. Failing that, I will stick it over here where I can drill into the concrete. It'll be much more stable. So, first of all, let's unpack it, see what it looks like. Well, it's out of the box and it was there, but basically if you didn't catch the vibe from that footage, don't try and do this yourself with a 75-inch TV, because that was excruciatingly painful. The one thing I've realised is it is so heavy and it is never going to go up on that plasterboard wall. It'll just rip the wall straight off. So I think it's going to have to go on that wall where it will drill into the stone and stay there. So I'm kind of annoyed that I've got the PC up there now, when I think ideally it would be between the TV and the monitor, so it should be up there. And then I'll have like a sofa at this side, but yeah, that's a plan for, I think, the distant future, maybe considering moving that, but I like it where it is for now. It's going to be a struggle getting that up on the wall. I might call a mate to try and help, but we'll give it a go. Day 7, and we've got it. We have all 4 speakers mounted in each corner safely. The PC is up, and I've got the TV up finally as well. For the love of God, even though I did this on my own, don't try it, because I mean, this is 12 years of bicep curls it took to get that up on the wall. That was tough work, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Just waiting on the HDMI cable now to plug it into the PC so I can use it as a monitor and record some gameplay. But first, the satisfying bit, I get to peel the protective layer off. Let's do it. that was satisfying. But there we go, that's the hardest job, I reckon. I mean, I said it about the PC, but that was definitely the hardest job done and out of the way. And now I have to think about what to do with this wall and whether or not I move the PC over to this wall. A, I think it looks better in between the TV and the monitor, and B, where I'm sitting I kind of get the wire side rather than the good looking side. So I think eventually I'm going to move the PC over there and then get the pegboard up there and do what I originally did, is have a charging station as the pegboard, because I'm not overly happy with that drawer still. But regardless, I'm very happy with that TV, looks quality. And there we go, 1 week in, and I think I've done a hell of a lot already and made quite a lot of progress, although I feel that that is going to slow down now that the TV is mounted and I'm gaming in 4K 120 for the first time. I'm going to spend a lot of time doing that. In terms of other rooms, I'm pretty happy with how the bedroom's gone, to be honest, apart from that headboard cover, which I might send back if I can, it's just not particularly comfortable. Got all my stuff up there, all my tools there, chest of drawers fits quite nicely in that gap. When I come and do the carpet, it'll obviously go all the way through there. Won't have the sliding doors, because who needs them? There's still an awful lot to do, like carpets in every room, all of the walls in this room, that's going to be wood slats, and then oak panels. Still need to basically renovate entirely both the kitchen and the bathroom. I'm still yet to decide whether I'm going to do that myself or pay a professional to do it and save up a little bit more. But that's for a later date. So leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching. Peace.